How come he haven't been indicted yet?
Well, it's a process, and it takes. You have months to do it, because he's out on bond. It's even they can delay it even longer.
Why are they delaying it?
It's pretty common. I mean, it's not uncommon to take a few months to, or even longer.
Willie D. Live.
Like I've had clients didn't get indicted for a year. There is a catalyst if you're in custody. A good lawyer will file a writ of habeas corpus and get you a PR bond if you're in custody, just wallowing away. But no, they got the time. I mean, they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, I'm sure. But he will most. You can indict a ham sandwich, and people have a mistaken belief that the grand jury process in Texas is adversarial. It is not. It's just the prosecutor, and they can get whoever they want indicted. He is absolutely going to get indicted. And I do think he'll at the end of the day, get convicted. I do not think he's going to get life. So 17, you're automatically an adult.
Why
cannot.
should he be convicted?
Well, he committed murder.
I mean, there's a lot of people that commit murder that don't get convicted.
Well, when there is a defense to prosecution, but most murder cases are taken to trial. Almost always, it's very rare for a murder case to not result in a conviction. But in this case, what bothers me the most about the Anthony Metcalf scenario is that most of the people who have the strongest feelings about it, if you swap the races, their position would also swap. Whereas my position would always be the same, right? I don't care at all if Anthony was white and Metcalf was black. I would think it was murder. Just it has no bearing.
Explain why you believe it was murder.
Okay. Well, so in Texas, you only have the right to use deadly force in self-defense to match a threat of deadly force, or if you have a legitimate fear of death, like this person's going to kill you. And it's you have to be able to articulate it. And if you look at just the words said by Anthony after the fact and the witnesses, right? There's people that are pretending to be witnesses and all this. But if you look at everything that's been generated and released, it seems that Anthony was under the impression that he could respond to physical force with deadly force. And that'd be a valid use of a valid act of self-defense. It is absolutely not under Texas law. Even if someone were to punch you, you can't just pull out a knife and stab them in the chest, right? You would have to. You can shove them off. You can hit them back, but you can't pull out a deadly weapon and use it. It's not allowed under Texas law. But Anthony and I know social media got all worked up and said, all this racist stuff and the two brothers attacked him and all that. And I think that's really been the worst thing is all this horrible stuff that's been said about Hunter Metcalf that's completely contrived, right? But even looking at Anthony's position, which I'm sure will evolve. But his position initially, everybody's position, was that Austin shoved him. Okay, you don't get to kill someone for shoving you. Period. There is no. Apparently it looks like Karmelo's had some emotional stuff going on, and had already got an issue at school, and it does appear that he was looking for conflict, right? But
I don't think he was looking for a conflict. I think
based on what?
I think he was preparing him. He was prepared for a conflict. It's a difference.
Yeah, see, I think your position on that is only because Karmelo's black.
No,
and that if Austin was the black one, you'd be screaming for Karmelo's head.
No, my position is the way it is because I understand the double standards that exist in this country. Remember,
okay,
we had a situation.
What's the double standard?
But we had a situation here where, remember the situation that happened in, I think it was Pasadena, where the white neighbors saw his neighbor's house being broken into, and he called 911 and said, "Hey, these guys are breaking into my neighbor's house, and I got a gun."
Joe, what was his last name?
I forgot.
Yeah.
But I got
Joe Horn.
I give Joe Horn. That's him. Joe Horn got on the horn and called 911 and said, yo, they breaking in my neighbor's house. And they said, okay, sir, you don't need to follow them. No, I'm going to follow them. I'm going to stop them. And he went out there.
And executed.
He went out there and shot those men who were running away from the house. And the jury, the Klan jury, refused to indict.
Well,
They didn't even get to an indictment. They just said, you know what? Way to go, Joe.
well,
Come on, man. It's the double standards. That's the reason why I ride for Karmelo the way I do. Because of the double standards. I know for a fact, let's talk about flipping the races. If you flip the race and Karmelo is white and Austin is black and Karmelo ends up dead, the white guy ends up killing the black guy, then everybody, the same, many of the same people who riding for Austin right now would be saying, well, he's standing his ground. He was standing his ground. The guy's a bully. Remember they're saying there was rumors that Austin and his brother were bullies. They were bullying Karmelo.
Those were contrived.
Remember, we don't like bullies in America.
Okay, again, all these horrible stories being attributed to the Metcalf brothers have all unraveled, and they were all contrived by people. I would absolutely agree with you when you say that there would be a lot of people trying to justify, a lot of people, white people, would be trying to justify it if you race swapped it. The same people crying it was murder. I would not.